Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Negler here with your Packers Daily Chat. It's Christmas week. As you can tell, my tree has taken over my little corner here. Thought I'd include it in the shot. There's a festive week upon us with the Packers playing on Christmas Day. Hope you are all doing well on this Victory Monday. Packers taking out the Ravens by the skin of their teeth, 31-30 yesterday. The Packers now have a short week to get ready for the Browns coming to Lambeau Field on Christmas Day, as I mentioned. We'll hear from Matt LaFleur later today. We'll see what the schedule is like for the week for the guys. But hey, big win to keep that number one seed, especially after a afternoon and evening that saw the Detroit Lions beat the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers falling, not scoring a single point against the New Orleans Saints. The Packers locked into that number one seed now. They just got to win out, and things should be good. Good morning to everybody in the comments. Good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Jeff, thanks for the super chat. Great victory. Thanks, TB and AZ. We all love Mo, but really, it might be time. I see the Mo chatter again, and hey, maybe they make a move. I tend to doubt it. What exactly is he supposed to do when he's got a guy in Isaac Yiadom just banging into the returner without regard for any rules whatsoever? Mo didn't do that. I'm sure Mo told him not to do that. You guys are weird with who you want fired. I don't get it. Uncultured, thanks to the super chat. Contrary to what Banky thinks, Rodgers and Matt LaFleur needlessly complicate things. Give the rock to the quad father late in games and grind down the clock. What's weird is they've done it. They've done it more than once. They've done it on a few occasions. So, yeah, why they continuously feel the need to go for the kill shot, it's kind of beyond me. I don't really understand it. But hey, it's their team. I'm just here to root for it. Luke, thanks to the super chat. Good morning, Nags. Love this team. Finding ways to win. Let's get healthy for the playoffs. I mean, health is a big, big factor. You look at the Buccaneers yesterday. Holy Toledo. They lost pretty much every skill position player that they've been counting on and working with. Yeah, get healthy, man. I am down with that action. Of course, the other kind of wild card this year is the COVID component. Who knows who you might lose when? The Packers winning yesterday without Kenny Clark. Hopefully they get him back now this week. But, I mean, the Ravens lost one of their only competent corners the day of the game. You just never know when it's going to strike. So it's kind of a mystery as we go down the stretch here, and hopefully the Packers can dodge most of it. Seth, thanks for the super chat. What date does Jaire need to be activated by again? 21 days after he practiced. I don't know the date offhand, but if you just Google Jaire returns to practice, you'll find that date, 21 days from that date. It was a Wednesday, that I know. So he's got 3 weeks from when he hit the practice field. John, thanks for the super chat. Can the hotness be the A.J. Dillon onside kick recovery? Always great to see you, Nags, on Victory Monday. Thank you, John. Why not, right? I think there might be a few other contenders that may win out over that play, but that play was hot, especially, in Green Bay with our history with onside kicks, one onside kick in particular. Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. Maria, thanks for the super chat. I have to think Rodgers missing throws. Devontae is due to him missing practice. I mean, that sluggo on the very first third down of the game, that's a play they've hit 100 times. So I don't know if it's so much. Maybe it's to do with missing practice. It might just be, just made a bad throw. Now, he does tend to seem to want to go deep early in games and has trouble connecting. I mean, he hits deeper stuff later on after he's kind of warmed up, so to speak. And this comes back to what I asked LaFleur. Why not, ride that running game early? Get your quarterback in a rhythm first before you start having him chuck it deep. Now, some of that obviously is on Rodgers himself with no say from LaFleur. But, yeah, it's tough to watch him miss those, especially, like I said, we've seen him hit it 100 times. And I know he's probably thinking, I've hit this 100 times. This should be like candy from a baby. But, yeah, I would never discount the missing of practice time because, as you guys have heard me say, it ain't like Madden. You can't just drop in and go. You do have to get some reps with all the combinations and people doing certain things as far as timing goes and hitching, marrying your footwork with the routes, etc. quarterback spot, you got to practice. But again, it's not a play they haven't run 100 times. I do think going for it early, that sluggo, trying to get a big play right off the bat, probably not the greatest idea, but they continue to do it. We'll see if they adjust their approach going forward. Accidental Hero, thanks for the super chat. Did Yash just pitch a shutout? I think he pitched a freaking shutout. Hail King Goody. I haven't gone back and watched him specifically. He did seem to hold up rather well. I saw a couple times where he drove the edge rusher kind of just past the quarterback, and Rodgers was able to step up and escape to his left. Probably a less banged up Rodgers would have made more hay out of that. He still found guys downfield a few times, escaped for a first down rush. But yeah, I thought Yash held up very, very well. No doubt about it. We survived on the road in December against a good team. I mean, a ravaged team. The Ravens have not been playing particularly well the last couple of weeks, but overall, I think they're a well-coached team. I think it's a very different story if Lamar Jackson plays in that game. That was one thing that kind of, I'm not going to say concerned me, but kind of mystified me, and has been for the last couple of weeks. Both Justin Fields and Huntley for the Ravens yesterday did a lot of really good things for their respective teams as far as getting outside the pocket, breaking contain, and being able to make plays outside the pocket. The Packers did such a good job of containing Kyler Murray earlier this year. I know they have the capability of sustaining the integrity of their rush lanes, but the last 2 weeks have been really eye-opening, and not in a good way. That is something they have got to get fixed. Big Cheese, thanks for the super chat. What are the odds we see Bakhtiari or Alexander or both next week? I think the odds are slim. I'm still hoping we get Bakhtiari for Christmas Day, but I'm not feeling great about it. We'll see what this week holds. Wednesday will obviously be key. We'll see how much work they do. But I think the odds are long. But as a great man once said, never tell me the odds. Alex, thanks for the super chat. Poor contain, lots of pressure, but a win is a win. Very much agreed. I mean, all you got to do is look at Arizona and Tampa Bay yesterday to appreciate what the Packers did in Baltimore. Ain't no style points. All that matters is that W. That is all that matters. Savage with a rough day at the office. Yes, Sly, I put him in the bad and the good, bad, and the ugly. But I will say, that is partly on the coaching staff as well. It is very clear that he was overmatched. I mean, that was clear from the get-go, probably 2 drives in. Now, I think they adjusted pretty well at half, and he still got his. He did some damage, but, Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the business. And they thought Savage could, lock him up, and clearly that was mistaken thinking. Kevin King came in and did okay, although he got dinged a couple times as well. But, I just didn't understand a plan of here's their one viable passing threat and the receiving threat, and you don't try and just take him out of the game. That's what the Ravens did with Devontae. I mean, there's no secret. MVS came to the fore, so to speak, because Devontae was being consistently shaded to, even double covered at times, like legitimately double covered. A lot of times fans talk about double coverage, and very rarely is that the actual case. But yesterday they were legit moving 2 guys to follow Devontae on a handful of occasions. And, that, of course, that makes sense. We're not going to let Devontae kill us. He's still got a touchdown. He's still got, he's going to get his because he's Devontae. But why the Packers didn't take that approach with Andrews, I will never know, because there's nobody else on that offense that you would seriously sit there and think, oh, he's a real problem. If we lock down Andrews and we shade him and we give him all the attention, this other guy is going to kill us. Who would that be exactly? I mean, Bateman's done some nice things as a rookie, but he's not going to kill you. I know they have Hollywood Brown. Maybe they're scared of getting beat deep, but they have a backup quarterback there. I really was kind of mystified by the approach. But, again, W is a W. That's all I care. Tulio, thanks for the super chat. I know it didn't need to be close, but hey, we fucking won. Let's just enjoy this season, folks. Go Pack Go from Brazil. What's up, Tulio? Well said. I'm down with it. Oz, we defended a 2-point play. Finally. Hey, speaking of Savage, you got to give him props. he definitely tipped that ball, altered the trajectory of the pass that was going to Andrews. So you gotta give him props on that play, no question about it. Whoa. Sorry. I think we need to put a heart monitor on you, Nags, during the watches. Your fandom is unquestionable. Thanks. Yeah, I got a little out of hand with some of the nonsense yesterday, but man, I've been like that all my life. I can't help it. That's the thing. That's what's so annoying. I wish I could turn it off, but I can't. Sean, thanks for the super chat. Can you ask Coach if we have the capability to go no huddle or hurry up if we need to? Feel like it could be a useful tool at some point. I mean, they've done a little bit of it, in the 2-minute situation. But yeah, it's something that, I've been asking LaFleur about literally since he got hired. You go back and watch the first offseason that he was in Green Bay, implementing a no huddle kind of approach was something, and a up tempo approach is something we used to talk about, or I used to ask about quite a bit. And they never really got to it in 2019. They barely touched on it last year, and this year it's been scarce as well. So it just doesn't seem to be something they want to go to. I think they prefer being able to shuttle guys in and out, change personnel groupings, just to throw a lot at defensive coordinators. But like I said, I know they have the ability to do it. We've seen them do it in 2-minute situations. So, yeah, might they pull that out at some point earlier in games? Maybe they do it in the playoffs when, they haven't put it on tape all year and they give an opponent an unscouted look, so to speak. But it's just not something. It's just not a go-to for them, which is unfortunate, I think. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Happy to say A.J. Dillon greater than Brandon Bostic. Also, missed throws happen. He's playing phenomenal. I'm not concerned about missing that throw by an inch. That's fine, man. It's also okay to point it out. Missing throws is fine. Saying what the hell is fine. And away we go. Huntley did play well. They get paid too. He did play well. No question about it, especially as the game went on. That said, he is a backup. And I was very surprised that for a team, and it's not just Lamar, but for a team that offensively has really struggled with heavy pressure, the Packers just sat back and for the most part rushed forward. There were a few mush rushes, they brought an extra guy, but for the most part, they just had a standard 4-man rush for the majority of the game, and that surprised me a little bit. I thought they'd make him think on his feet a little bit more, but twas not to be. Packers on Christmas is way better than Lions on Thanksgiving. Couldn't agree more, Brandy. Could not agree more. Hey, while we're all here, I want to give my good friends at DraftKings a shout out. Our new partnership over with the boys and girls over at DraftKings Sportsbook app. You want to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Cheesehead. That's promo code Cheesehead. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving all new players a deposit bonus of up to $1,000 in free credits with their first deposit. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and check out all they have to offer, including same-game parlays, player props, live betting, and so much more. DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. If Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, don't forget about the DraftKings Fantasy app. They are offering millions of dollars in total prizes every week. Get yourself your DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Cheesehead. That's what you want to do, folks. That's what you want to do. Let's see what we got here. So many super chats to get to. Deshaun Perry, thanks for the super chat. Brady struggled without 3 stars. Rodgers could never. Okay, but the thing is, I keep seeing people say and talk about Rodgers in Arizona, which I totally get because he's down his top 2 wide receivers. He's throwing to Juwan Winfrey. I get it, right? They had no practice all week, but they did come up with a plan for it. Brady's out there last night losing these guys in game, and then all of them in game, one by one. It's a little different. Let's see how he operates next week. Now, I know he's probably going to get Antonio Brown back, so that helps him, but it's a bit different. That's all I'm saying. I'm not just gloat away, have fun, dancing on his grave, whatever. But I'm just, it's a little different. That said, don't think for a second that I wasn't sitting here watching that game with a little tiny amount of glee going, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's not all Tom Brady. I thought he could pull out a beer vendor from the stands and throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh, you mean he needs help? That's amazing. You mean without the all-star crew helping him out, he's just another dude? That's very interesting. Don't think for a second that wasn't, going on up there. Dylan, thanks to the super chat. Stokes did his best Jaire impression on some of those hits. Special teams is like a sinking ship with 5 holes, but you only have 2 plugs. Merry Christmas. Dylan, that's quite the image and pretty apt, I will say. Vladimir, thanks for the super chat. How did Slayton look last night in place of Kenny? I haven't gone back and looked at the line play yet. I'm going to do that this afternoon. I will say the few times I noticed him, he was getting pushed around. I'm hoping that was just off plays where they're running through his gap and plays where maybe he got displaced because of a double team, what have you. But my initial look was not kind. But like I said, I got to go back. When you're talking about line play, when you're watching a game live, even especially as a fan, you're just following the ball, right? You're not really paying attention, especially to the intricacies of line play. So let me go back and look at it, and I'll give you a better synopsis answer. Mario, thanks for the super chat. MVS really has showed up at important times in games, especially when Adams doesn't have a big game, but wins a win. Absolutely. And that kind of is an extension of what we saw this summer. MVS had a really good training camp. And I know he didn't come out this year and exactly light it up production-wise, and then he got hurt, and then people were like, oh, MVS, the one-year wonder or whatever. But, man, I'm telling you, that cat is becoming a complete wide receiver. And he showed again last night, especially having 12's trusts in important situations. He made some big third down catches. He obviously had the big touchdown catch. The guy is a weapon, a real weapon. And I just love to see it, especially for how much doubt was thrown his way, even last year, earlier in his career in particular. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. I love this team. Getting real 2010 vibes. Love it. I'm down with 2010 vibes. I'm all about it. I am all about it. Julio, thanks for the super chat. Heart monitor on nags at watch parties or riot. Nobody needs that. We don't need a heart monitor. Jeezy baby, thanks for the super chat. Love this team. At least we didn't lose to the Lions or get blanked by the Saints. Happy holidays. I mean, they did get close to getting blanked by the Saints. But, yes, correct. Defense seemed slow yesterday. Yes, Daniel, they did. Chasing Huntley around will do that for you. Yeah, I think, like I said, Fields and Huntley really kind of played havoc with some of their rushing. And, don't get it twisted. Huntley is an athlete. Hollywood Brown is one of the fastest dudes in the league. Andrews is a freak of an athlete. So, yeah, defense is going to look slow on a day like that. Jesse, thanks for the super chat. Who plays across from Jaire when he's back? I would think Stokes, and they'll mix Douglas in at nickel, depending on the package, and then King will come in and dime. That is just my guess. But we'll see. Maybe they throw Douglas out there full time and they mix in Stokes for speed, specific speed matchups. I don't know if you guys caught this. I put it up on Twitter last night. There was legitimately a play where Kevin King was going off and then realized he got yelled at or something. I don't know if a coach hit him up, but then he realized he's supposed to be on the field, and he runs on the field just before the snap and runs into the secondary and basically takes his guy as he's running onto the field after the snap of the ball. It's Christian Ringo style from back in the day. It was amazing. Oh, amazing. Justin, thanks for the super chat. What mystifies me is that for 2 years, Matt LaFleur has talked about getting up on wide receivers and not allowing easy completions, and yet they still allow it. Well, that's situational, and I did ask him about that earlier this year. First, second down, they ain't going to do it. Sometimes on third down, like if it's a 3rd and 3, that's where he wants guys up in the opponent's grill. Even then, though, sometimes it doesn't happen, and it drives me nuts. I hear you, Justin. Matt says, Jaire plays the slot when he returns. Very good possibility. I don't think it'll be exclusive, but I do think he'll play inside a little bit. No question. Just so teams can't keep their number one away from him, which is obviously what the Packers like to do with Devontae. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Okay. I will say a win is a win, but we still have to take advantage of turnover opportunities. Drop picks got to be caught. They play defense for a reason. I mean, I hear you. Yes, of course you want them to hold on to the football. But as frustrating as it is, that never really kills me. I mean, they're not wide receivers. They're defensive backs. It's an old football joke, but it is very true. They play DB for a reason, not wide receiver. But yes, hold on to the gifts. 100,000%. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day this Christmas week. Me and my tree hanging out with the boys in the back. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are on this Victory Monday. Carry the G with AJ Dillon back tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun on the YouTube channel. Packer Transplants on Wednesday. It's going to be a fun week on Cheesehead TV. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. And then tell your friends and tell your family, Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.